told me your favorite battle rapper is Arsonal.
That's right. It's
what
popular,
the fuck is going on here, man? This dude is 90% filler, man. But go ahead. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to speak on that.
Yeah, no, when I got hooked on battle rap, the first battle, I've told many people this, the first battle that really, really hooked me was Calico versus Arsonal. And I didn't know much about battle rap before that, and I'm always watching it, trying to learn more about it, but I think I've become quite a fan of it. But that battle, those two guys went toe-to-toe in a very hostile environment, especially for Arsonal. And a lot of people talk about the Trick incident and whatnot, but nobody ever talks about the fact that Arsonal went into fucking Detroit with a target on his head and went toe-to-toe with one of the best fucking battle rappers on the planet, in my opinion, than Calico. And I think those two are on my Mount Rushmore any day of the week. Now, the thing with Arsonal is, is I've watched a lot of his battles. You're right. There are a lot of similar. You see a lot of similar. Angles and sometimes silly bars that he has. As filler, and because he takes a lot of battles and he is popular. One of the most viewed, maybe if not the most viewed battle ever, one of the most hated. But I love him. I love that he shows up. I love that he comes prepared. He's fearless, and when he's on his game, like if he battled 3 or 4 times a year, he'd be fucking, maybe could be the GOAT if he battled like sparsely. But because he battles a lot, and I think he's retired now. I haven't seen. I don't know when his retirement takes hold, but fuck, if he battled a few times, he'd be really special. But because he battles a lot, his like I think Calico said it in the battle. He said your flow is played out. But I still love Arsonal. Like some of the great performances that he's given, like when he went to London and battled Shoddy Horror, that's one of the best battles of all time. He's had a couple of really good ones with Disaster, especially the second one in Toronto, which I was fortunate enough to attend. I was actually on stage and way in the background, but that was an intense battle, man. And he's had many great battles, with Hoffa and with K-Shine. I think he demolished K-Shine on URL, I thought. But yeah, no, I think he's fantastic.
Well, one thing I can always say is that the dude, he's very entertaining. He definitely, I have to give him props on the fact that once he started getting opportunities, that dude was all over the globe. Like, he was really everywhere. So the fact that he wasn't getting home games, you can catch him in, Europe or in Toronto, wherever they was booking him. You have to appreciate that he went there and didn't change his style. He wasn't like nervous and sat there and said, "Oh, I can't be, the disrespectful dude I am because I'm here." But at the same time, I felt like my biggest issue with him, I got 2 issues with him. Number one, I felt like I'm agreeing with you. He took so many battles that at some point the shit was all filler. So even on his own league, he was battling Charlie Clips, battling Math, and fucking losing. And clearly losing, right? But he would sit there and spit a 7-minute round and have 2 or 3 good lines. But Charlie Clips or Math would give you less, and the quality was there. Not only was he losing in his own league, but he was putting the polls up for people to vote. And people were voting on his site, on his league, that he lost. And this dude would still go on rants talking about he's undefeated.
Yeah, he's definitely not shy in confidence. But I would argue that I don't think he beat Clips. I think the conventional wisdom is that he did. But
everybody said Clips beat him. Even in the polls, Clips they had 75%. I think it was of the people who had Clips winning, even on the polls. So that in that case, there ain't even a debate. He's the only one who was debating.
I don't know. Like I thought Clips is. I think I'd have to go back and watch that battle again just to refresh my memory. But you're right. Arsenal. Clips actually cried quite a river about the time limits and how much Arsenal like rapped more than he did.
But he still lost though. Even with them 20-minute rounds, he still fucking lost.
Well, you know what though? Sometimes those polls, I don't give him much merit because Arsenal is a hated guy, and of course people are going to vote against him. You know what I mean?
All right. So this is what I want you to do. At some point in these next few days, I want you to go back over that battle and then hit me back and tell me that Arsenal won that shit.
Okay.
So both of us, we'll both go back over that battle. The both of us.
I think the line that's the quotable that comes out of that battle for me that I always remember. Well, actually, Clips had a couple good ones about his heart beating and stuff like that. I remember, but the Hurricane Sandy line, fuck, that was amazing, and from Arsenal in that battle. But yeah, you know what? You're right. He's when he's been in his own league, he hasn't been at his best at times. But I still want to say that I still want to give him that battle over. Cause everybody talks about Clips winning that battle, but you got a dissenter here.
Yeah, we'll both go back and watch that.
There's battles that Arsenal's had where I can tell you he clearly lost. Like, and I'll be the first one to admit it. Like, he definitely lost to Holla, and that made Holla that battle made Holla.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
And the battle with Calico, man, I go back and forth all the time as to who won that. I still can't. Like, I think it was dead tight, man. Considering the hostile territory that Arsenal was in and the performance that he gave, like that Rip Hamilton bar. Holy fuck!
Now I will say, when I watched that battle, I've watched that battle maybe 3 times. And every time that I watched it, I'll be honest, I feel that same way. Like, it's a lot. The first time I watched it, I thought clearly Calico. The next 2 times I saw it, I was like, wow, this is more of a debatable battle than I initially thought.
Yeah, and if you watch it too, like, and you'll see that there has been some edits, like Smack edited that battle a bit because there's some noticeable cuts where something might have happened that you didn't see or something like that. But the Calico was outstanding in that battle too, man. And that battle made me a fan of his forever. I love Cal, man. Fucking love him.
Yeah, my only other issue with Arsenal, and again, regardless of this, I'm still giving Arsenal his props as a legend in the sport. But he's fucking sensitive for a disrespectful dude. He is so fucking sensitive. Oh my God, with that bullshit, man. He is so sensitive, especially if you follow him at all or on. So he actually has me blocked.
Well, he blocked me too. Because I went at him over some battle or something like that. But you know something that really surprises me about him though, Jay, is that nobody's ever stole off on him.
Hey, but you know what? Now that you mentioned that he blocked you too about a battle, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been a conversation me and you was having that we got blocked.
Maybe.
You know why? Because I was talking to somebody, and it might have been you. I was talking with somebody about, that's when they did like the rematch between Arsenal and Disaster, and what I said was, oh, this is gonna be a battle with a filler. And whoever I was talking to was responding to what I said, and he and Disaster, they both got on there and started acting like some little bitches, and then said a lot of dumb shit, disrespectful shit, and then said, "Oh, you're now blocked." And then when I went back on their thing, it said I was blocked, and I'm like, "Yo, you fucking sensitive little bitch! Like how can you get on the stage, get as disrespectful as you get, talk about dead relatives, all kind of shit, and you can't take somebody who actually supports you sitting there saying, yo, them last few battles have been filler."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. He's got a thin skin when it comes to that to fans for sure.
Yeah, man, and he's not the only one, because Big K is like that too.
Yeah, he is too, for sure. He blocked me pretty quick. I remember But Big K, I don't think Big K is really into social media very much. He kind of does his own thing, and you know, respect to him. I think he's one of the best in the game right now for sure.
Yeah, but he's another dude who don't think he loses at all. He's another dude, man. He turned around. He lost that battle versus Cortez, man. And he's still talking about how he won and this. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. And that's why I feel these guys need judged battles. They just won't agree to one.
Right. Well, actually, I think Big K hung a loss on Arsonal in Virginia, because I think Big K's from Virginia, and they did the battle. They did the battle in Virginia, and it looked like in some fucking half-ass basketball gym somewhere, and it was a short battle, like a 15-18 minute battle, and Arsonal, I think, choked. He wasn't prepared, and looked like he just made a day trip to VA, and I think Big K hung an L on him.
Yeah.